Imagine walking into your living room and seeing your mother sitting on the couch. She looks exactly like she always has. She speaks with the same voice, wears the same clothes, and has the exact same smile. But a cold dread washes over you. You are suddenly certain that the woman in front of you is not your mother. She is a shapeshifter, an imposter, a perfect biological clone. To you, this isn't a paranoid conspiracy theory or a bad dream. It is an undeniable reality. This is Capgras syndrome. It is one of the most heartbreaking neurological disorders known. It's where the brain turning the people you love most into complete strangers. We have to look at one of the most famous medical cases in history, the case of a 28-year-old man known as David. David was involved in a severe car accident that left him in a coma. Against all odds, he woke up and healed physically. He knew who he was and he could speak perfectly. But the moment his mother walked into his hospital room, something went wrong. David looked at her and said, "You look just like my mother, but you're an imposter. You're another woman pretending to be her." No matter how much she cried or showed him old photographs, David could not be convinced. He believed his real mother was elsewhere. But then, doctors noticed something bizarre. If David's mother left and called his bedside phone from the lobby, the delusion vanished. The moment he heard her voice, he would say, "Hi, Mom, how are you?" But the second she walked through the door, he retreated. For a healthy person, recognizing a loved one is a two-step process. First, information travels from your eyes to your visual cortex. Immediately, that visual data takes a second pathway down to the amygdala, the emotional powerhouse. You don't just see your mother, you feel her. In David's brain, the car accident had physically severed that second pathway. The wire connecting sight to emotion was cut. When David looked at his mother, his visual recognition worked perfectly, but he got nothing but cold, empty silence from his emotions. His brain concluded the only thing that made sense. If she looks like my mom, but doesn't feel like my mom, she must be an imposter. David's phone calls worked because the accident only damaged his visual pathway. The auditory wire connecting hearing to emotion was untouched. Capgras usually targets only those closest to the patient, spouses, parents, or children. The delusion is so rigid, patients may call the police. It can be caused by Alzheimer's, Lewy body dementia, or localized brain tumors that damage the right hemisphere of the brain overnight. For families, this is a unique grief. You are being mourned as if you vanished, while you are physically standing right there. Treatment involves antipsychotic medications or dementia therapies. Caregivers are taught never to argue with the delusion. Our entire perception of reality hangs by a single, fragile biological wire. And if that wire snaps, loved ones become strangers in a blink.